It's been a rough day for your boy Diddy, man. Sean, Puffy, Love, whatever you want to call him. It's been a tough day for him, bruh. Apparently, there's been over 100. I read somewhere it was like 110, but this say it's been 100 new lawsuits that have been filed by this company or by this law firm. They had a press conference. We gonna get straight into it. I want to hear what they actually got to say about it. But 100 new ones is crazy. I ain't gonna cap, man. If all of these is true, or at least half of these is true, he's in a bad position, bro. I wasn't gonna be one to jump quick to judgment, but just from the amount of videos and just stuff that so much stuff that we never seen before has been coming to light. Anyway, we hopping straight into this. Make sure you sub up. Make sure you like the video.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tony Busby. I'm a lawyer here in Houston. I'm licensed in Texas and in New York, and I'll introduce other members of our team as they speak. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. We've handled over the last 25 years some very big and very important cases. I believe that this one may surpass them all. There are many facets to this. The conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years. There are many people and many entities involved.
The fact that y'all let this brew for over the last 20 years, it's like, bro, I know y'all had some type of evidence or just indication that he was out here doing this. Y'all let this pile up for 20 years.
And we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter no matter who the evidence implicates.
Oh, they trying to go get other folks now. This is where it start to get tricky. You know what I'm saying? This is where it start to get tricky, bruv. Facts. Like, now you talking about bringing in other people, no matter who it expose, and the people that have been just letting this go. What? Yeah, Diddy, you might as well. Hey, you got to take a plea for the guys, man. Either that or there's going to be some folks in this shit with you.
These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people.
Whoa.
Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs.
3,000 people contacted y'all. 3,000. Let's take it for granted. This person might have had like 10, 15 people call just for them. Let's just say that. Say this person had 100. Say this person had, 3,000 people called on this boy? You done, son. Allegedly. You done, son.
After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases.
120, and they naming other folks. No. Look, at least we gonna say my Uncle Bill. We call him Uncle Bill, man. I've been saying that for years. But Bill, you know, the one last name start with a C. We ain't trying to, he got the time he got. Granted, they let him out for whatever reason, but he got the time he got, and he was just the sole person. RK, I know who RK is. Sorry to put it like this, one of the best singers of all time. You hands down. I don't but he was in this alone. When you got somebody with 120 people coming forward, and they implicating more than just you, now this is where it start getting tricky. Like, you could take down the whole industry probably, and then granted, just say whenever they did the raid on his crib, if they found stuff that corroborates the accusations, bro, There could be some folks going down for this, man. This is crazy.
And you should know, to the extent the clients feel comfortable, we also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. Now, before we discuss the nature of the claims and claimants themselves, let me comment on the large volume of calls we have received since our first announcement. Even before the indictment of Sean Combs, we had received a small volume of calls and had screened a handful of cases. After the indictment of Sean Combs and the announcement that we were pursuing these claims, the floodgates opened. People who wouldn't otherwise, for a variety of reasons, are now stepping forward to make their voices heard and to pursue justice. But no, most of these people are scared. They fear backlash in their communities. They fear backlash in their own families. They are afraid of retaliation from the perpetrators and their associates. They are rightly afraid for their own personal safety. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially up against. And as is always the case in situations like this, when a celebrity is involved, people can be downright mean and nasty. You would be shocked at the length fans will go, no matter the evidence to the contrary, to defend celebrities they love. I mean, there's a reason for this word fans. They're fanatics.
The thing is, you can't control what people say or do on this here internet or even basically in person. So fans is sad. It's crazy that you can be a victim and your family. That's the key thing that I was thinking. Like, dang, you think they could, they family gonna judge them? You can't judge me for getting R-worded, bro. I mean, but like a woman. I'm assuming most of these is women or somebody younger than the age of consent, like allegedly. But I don't know, man. Hey, I don't even know if there's a possible way to, because this is 100 people we talking about trying to get some money. Like, I don't know, G.
I've personally already been threatened multiple times on social media, and when I agreed to pursue this, I expected as much. This isn't my first rodeo. But victims who step forward to have their voices heard should not be subjected to that kind of conduct.
True indeed.
They should not be targeted.
True indeed.
I want to say this, and I want to be clear about it. Although we are vetting each call as stringently as we can, I always start with a mindset that I believe victims.
I ain't taking away the credibility of your quote-unquote victims, but 120, the chances of a few of them people capping is kind of high up. Like, he's full-time creep mode, so I'm just trying to look at it from both point of views, bro. I'm just looking at it from both point of views. This is keeping it real TV, man. GoHamm TV, keeping it real is free. I'm going to just keep it real. I ain't straddle on the fence. I think personally he's a creep, but 120 is like,
I believe victims because I understand the tremendous courage it takes to step forward. So if you're watching this, please hear me. If you're out there and you have been victimized, you are not alone. There is a great strength in numbers. You can seek redress. You can obtain justice. We can help you, and we will help you. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts. We check venues. We check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit.
So you got 120 and you corroborated all it. Yeah, this ain't gonna turn out too hot, bruh.
We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator.
True.
Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against. We did not enter this fray blindly. I wish it was my last such fray. I wish this type of behavior wasn't so pervasive. But
do you really wish that, though, when you about to get a chip of everybody's bread? Granted, they just said that he just paid your law firm just a lump sum, then you might just take off the top. But you about to get a pretty penny. You feel what I'm saying? No one, like, that's why you saying you hired new staff and police and all that shit, bro. Let's not be fake. Keeping it real is free. You about to get a little piece of this person's pie. You gonna be full as hell, my boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Don't,
it is what it is, so we will press on. As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. You should know, in this group, it is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have...
Nah. What I say, I was assuming that it was going to be, a decent amount of females and some people under the age of consent. 60 and 60 is crazy. 60 and 60 men? Hey, your boy nasty than hey, he's a 69 God. Hey, run for your life. You should have made that track about Diddy Kendrick factuals. Yo, this ain't no joking manner. Let me stop being, funny.
Have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida. And I want to focus on the ages of these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
Yo! Nine, bruh? Nine, what? Are you like 5th grade, bruh? 4th. 9, you start school at 5, that's probably kindergarten, 6, 7th, 8, 9. Bro, you like in 4th grade, bruh? Oh yeah, this ain't right.
We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time.
No. Hey, 25. I ain't the sharpest knife in the book, but if you got 100 victims, 25 of them is underage, bro. That's 1/4. You feel what I'm saying? That's 25%. 25 underage victims, allegedly. Yeah, bro. He in some hot water, bro. He in some hot shit.
Of the acts complained of. The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024.
So you got new charges. That's another sinker. My bad for keep pausing. I'm just, this is my first time watching this too. But 1991, get that out of here. I don't want to hear nothing about 1991, bro. That's 32, I guess 33 years ago. Me personally, I know the law a little bit. So if you keep these acts up, you shouldn't be able to be charged with that crime that you committed way back then, statute of limitations. But the fact that you continue to do it, them old charges can still be brought up because you haven't never stopped. At least as far as the criminal charges, lawsuits, I don't know how far that can go back. But 1991, bruh, me personally, I think there should be a statute of limitation, especially, I don't care, it was 1991. You can't fault me for the person I was in 91. 91, your boy, I was about 1.5. You feel what I'm saying? Nah. You waited 30, 32, 33 years.
If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct. Now, although most of the victims who have stepped forward were victimized after 2015, this has been going on for a very long time.
91 is crazy.
Now, when you think about the fact that some of this conduct occurred 25 years ago, and you wonder why.
They even have that much power in 91? What Biggie and them was like super big. He was starting to really boom in like 95, 94, 95, 96. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 94, 93. How big was his influence in 91?
Why would it take somebody so long to step forward? I want to remind you that many states in the United States have recognized that it's very difficult for a victim to step forward and to make these types of allegations when something very terrible has happened to them.
I can understand.
I'll use New York, the state of New York, as an example. The state of New York has specific statutes in place that revive claims that are even claims that would typically be not able to be brought, that it revives such claims and they can be brought even 25 to 30 years later. Because there's a recognition there in New York and California and other states that it's very difficult for a victim to come forward. And I would respectfully suggest the only reason many of these people are coming forward because they see other victims coming forward. And it gives them some comfort that, hey, I won't be the only one. And I expect more victims will come forward. You know, there's an old saying that says, a lie has great speed, but truth has endurance. The acts complained of
I ain't never heard
these
that
cases that we're going to file occurred primarily in New York, either Manhattan or the Hamptons, or occurred in California, primarily in Los Angeles, or in Florida, primarily in Miami. Most of these events...
Crazy as shit is, them is all his spots. I will get a crib at all them spots. Hey, Diddy move to my city, I'm leaving. This ain't funny, but this is crazy.
Events and incidents occurred at parties, typically after parties, or album release parties, New Year's Eve parties, 4th of July parties, something they called a puppy party, the all-white party, although several of these events occurred at auditions.
Are you going to, like, keep it real? Keep it real. If I know somebody is famously known for drugging, allegedly, date raping, allegedly, or influencing you to do certain acts without the consent, why are you going? That's my only question, bro. I know this dude like men. I ain't going to his party. Or I don't know, but I heard he date rape people and you wake up butt naked in the bed. Cheeks hurting, like get really clapped. Shit hurting. I ain't going. Opportunity or not, at a point certain rumors outweigh where I'm willing to go. And you heard it once, twice, they might be tripping. They might have just got too drunk, got their head cracked off. Okay. When you talking about 30 years of people knowingly talking about this man being on some creep shit, and you pull up in 2020, I'm going to the Diddy party. For what? Bro had a bed that stretched bigger than my whole row house in his backyard, and you wanted to go? Oh, he ain't gonna do that to me. Why wouldn't he?
Many times, especially young people wanting to break into the industry, were coerced into this type of conduct in the promise of being made a star, or in the promise of having Sean Combs listen to their tape or even let them read for Sean Combs. You should know that some of this behavior occurred at well-known venues in New York City. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know. Some of this behavior occurred at hotels that we're all familiar with. You should know that more than 55% of the victims reported this conduct to either...
Oh. I just bit my tongue. Well, I apologize. I ain't too man to apologize. I apologize. I said, why it take you so long? If more than half, 55%, slightly more than half, but it's more than half, filed reports on these claims, oh, that's on that's on that city's police staff or the G-men, whoever you want to put this on. If I reported it and now I'm coming out, that's completely different. The other 45%, maybe 25% of those did feel ashamed or didn't want to come out, especially if it's men and younger people. Like, and you probably still waiting on that phone call. Like, yeah, he still might call. You know what I'm saying? I apologize to the victims. I apologize because that's if like I said, over half came forward and nothing happened. That's on the staff, bro. That's on the staff. You can't say nothing about that.
The authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals. We're in the process of collecting with our team assistants, medical records, reports that were made to the authorities, and I've already said that some of the individuals in this group did in fact talk to the FBI. You should know that several of the individuals, and when I say several, I mean many, who did in fact seek medical treatment were drug tested, and drugs were found in their system, weird drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called xylazine, or trank, which, based on our research, is known as a horse tranquilizer.
A horse tranquilizer? Bro, you do know how big, heavy a horse is. If it can knock a horse out, at this point, you having sex with a corpse.
Now, there's been a lot of reports that we're filing a class action. This is not a class action. Class action is when one or two people file a case on behalf of a group of people. That's not this. These cases will be individual cases. Each case will live and die on its own merit.
No. Now he on to something. That's smart, because if you do the whole thing as a collective, now one or two sour apples is just like, beat it, worm, you lying. The whole case could be destroyed from one or two, a couple sour apples, bro. Facts. But when you trying these individually, basically your chances of winning expand so crazy. It's gonna be a lot of work for him, but his payday. I said it at the beginning about his payday. If he get a lump sum for everybody, probably get a certain cut. The fact that he's trying these individually, the boy can sit there and be like, oh yeah, this person, I remember this person. Go ahead, cut them off. I remember this person. Go ahead, cut them off. You could say, that's deep.
These cases will be filed individually, one plaintiff against whoever the defendants were involved in the case. Each case may be filed in one venue like California, another case may be filed in New York. One case may sue just Sean Combs, but multiple other people. One case may sue a range of people. I would expect most, though, to be filed, as I said, in New York and Los Angeles. Now, I know this. Many of you came here thinking or hoping or perhaps believing that I may start naming names. Well, that day will come, but it won't be today. The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. And I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. And I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. They know who they are. I call them the facilitators of foul play, willing participants in vile conduct. As we identify them, each will be part of this case as defendants. These defendants will not only include individuals, but would also include corporate entities who ultimately profited off of this culture and behavior. I'm looking at banks, pharmaceutical companies, hotels, We know that many of these individuals were paid cash. We know.
Oh, he trying to take down establishments. If you investing in the bank, it'd be a good time to, or a hotel, it'd be a good time to withdraw your funds. Cause certain stuff like this, he playing a dangerous game though. I ain't even gonna cap. Like, he trying to take down the big dogs.
That many of these individuals involved, whether they were the ones being assaulted and abused, or they're witnessing other people being assaulted and abused, and then paid and threatened and told to leave. Typically paid 10 grand in cash and told to leave, and then threatened as they were leaving. So in addition to Sean Combs, you should know the defendants in these cases we're going to file will include anyone, of course, who engaged in the assault or exploitation, anyone who participated in such in any way, anyone who encouraged or facilitated this conduct, anyone who was in the room and watched it happen but made no effort to stop it, any venue or venue owner who was aware of what was going on but failed to stop it, any individual or entity who knew about the conduct and benefited from it but did nothing to report it or stop it, and any individual or entity who covered it up or helped cover it up. These people who know who they are should just come forward now. I would imagine, as we speak here, there are a myriad of people who are very nervous. You can't hide skeletons in the closet forever. I would expect there are many people out there right now who are desperately searching their memories as they delete their texts and data. Now, although these are in fact individual cases, there is a common theme, an MO, if you will. Typically, the victim is lured into a situation where he or she is given a drink. Typically, that drink, reported by these victims, is apparently laced with something. Once that drink takes effect, the perpetrators perform all kinds of sexual acts on the victims, many times passing him or her around as other people watch and enjoy the show, and then leave the victim ashamed, confused, injured, and wondering what happened. When the victim reaches out, he or she is told not to say anything. Sometimes there are threats of physical violence or financial repercussions or bodily harm. Given the large volume of cases, and given our other docket obligations, and given the fact that we want to be sure when we file these cases that they are fully vetted, I expect we'll start filing these cases against Sean Combs and other perpetrators within the next 30 days. Now, it's rare, sexual abuse, sexual exploitation, this type of activity is pervasive in our society, and it's rare we get a chance where we can really focus on this as a country and really focus on this about how pervasive this is and what we as collectively can do about it. So I thought I'd take this opportunity before I go into some of the individual cases and talk about some of the individual claims being made and so you'll get a sense of what this 120 people group looks like individually.
All right, we get the gist. I ain't about to have her break down what she do, how she do it, and all the other stuff, and talk about when as a society. Don't talk about the society, man. Talk about what did he do or what didn't he do. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that right there was deep. That's shocking for real. It ain't shocking because you know, or at least heard allegedly the type of person that he is in his background. But bro, he is in some deep waters right now. We ain't gonna sit here and cap. Creep mode, full time. I don't personally understand, knowing the type of person he is, why people still went or did what they did. Like an opportunity, you put your life, your manlyhood, or your womanhood in jeopardy to either have fun or an opportunity. What, like this? I don't know what make you think that you're different than the next person. That's not for why we here anyway. But man, this video was crazy. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Did the ship already sink, or do we got a fighting chance, man? Let me know that in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.